Parents, you need to hear this information. These assaults are happening in the Carolinas, and sometimes they're dismissed or downplayed, often called hazing and bullying. According to the investigation by the Associated Press, in a 4-year period, they found about 17,000 official reports of sex assaults by students in grades K through 12. And according to their research, because the attacks are sometimes underreported, that number could be a lot higher.
NBC Charlotte's Tanya Mendes is live at 6. Tanya, you did some digging here today and found out some of these assaults have happened in our area.
Oh, sure they have, and we've reported on some pretty high-profile ones. And actually, when you break down that number of 17,000, that translates to 12 sexual assaults a day. That's pretty disturbing, especially since it could be hiding in the hallways of any school. We send our children to school each day, never expecting their own classmates to be predators.
Adults, especially if they haven't experienced something like this themselves, don't want to believe that something like this could happen.
But thousands of sexual assaults are happening to students by students as young as elementary school. A new study found 17,000 official reports of sexual assaults by students in grade K through 12 from 2011 to 2015. But people who work with survivors in Charlotte say that number could be much higher. Kids often don't speak up.
So threats, fear, being ashamed, wanting to belong, and school is their world. Home and school, that's it. And if they don't belong there, they don't feel they belong anywhere.
1 out of 5 were raped, sodomized, or penetrated with an object. Just go to schools right up the road and you'll find cases and cover-ups. In McDowell County, a student claimed he was sodomized with a broomstick, enough to cause serious injuries. Law enforcement downplayed it.
I think a teenage teammate hijinks kind of thing.
In Clover, similar allegations by 3 football players led to 13 kids kicked off the team.
A few kids made a mistake.
Classmates didn't want to believe it.
I wonder if it really happened, because no one was really there to see it.
Many of the cases involve team sports. Does hazing happen?
It definitely exists.
Vincent Jacobs played college football at UNC. Now runs a combine for high school kids. He says it's time to change the culture.
I think it's setting a tone from the leadership as a coach, just setting, hey, this is what we're going to take in our program.
So we often report about incidents involving teachers and students. Well, this study found that your child is 7 times more likely to be assaulted by one of their peers than by one of their teachers. So bottom line, if your children speak up, believe them, have these conversations, and keep an open dialogue, because this is happening at alarming levels. Reporting live, I'm Tanya Mendes, NBC Charlotte.
You said it, very disturbing. Tanya, thank you. Breaking late today, Greg Olsen, former UNC Charlotte quarterback and brother of Panthers tight end Greg Olsen, has been indicted by a grand jury